My name is Mia. I am 28 years old. I live in a small apartment in the city. I like my life very much. I have a job I enjoy, and I like having my evenings and weekends for myself. I am single, and I am happy with this. I have time for my hobbies, like reading and painting. I also have time for seeing my friends when I want to. My time is important to me. My friends, Carla and Jessica, live near my apartment. They are married and have 2 young children. Their son is Leo, and he is 4 years old. Their daughter is Lily, and she is 2 years old. Leo and Lily are sweet children, but they are very busy and need a lot of attention. Carla and Jessica are often tired because having children is a lot of hard work. I understand this completely. However, recently, Carla and Jessica ask me to babysit their children very often. They usually call me at the last minute. For example, on a Saturday afternoon, Carla might call and say, "Mia, can you help us? We really need a break tonight." Or Jessica might send a text message saying, "Mia, you are a lifesaver. Can you watch Leo and Lily for us tonight? Just for a few hours, please." They always say just for a few hours, but it is usually longer than that. And they almost always expect me to babysit for free. They do not offer to pay me for my time. They often say things like, "Oh, Mia, you don't have kids. You have so much free time compared to us." When they say this, I feel a little angry inside. It is true that I do not have children, but this was my choice. I chose this life because I want to have time for myself and my activities. They chose to have children. It is their responsibility to find someone to watch the children. I feel like they take my time for granted just because I am single and do not have children. It makes me feel used. But usually I say yes because I do not want to make them unhappy. They are my friends and I want to help them. This morning my phone rang. I looked at the screen. It was Carla calling. "Hi, Mia," she said immediately. Her voice sounded very friendly and sweet. "We were wondering something. Are you busy next Friday night? We would really like to go out." When she asked about next Friday, I felt a cold feeling start in my stomach. My heart felt heavy. I knew immediately what she was going to ask me. She wanted me to babysit Leo and Lily again. This was happening too much now. I felt very uneasy. I needed to think about how to answer her question. But Carla's happy voice continued talking on the phone before I could say anything. 2. A special plan. Next Friday was a very important day for me. It was special. Why? Because I had a date with a man named Nick. I met Nick a few weeks ago. It was at a book club. I joined the book club because I like reading. Nick likes reading too. He is tall. He has kind eyes. His smile is lovely. We talked for a long time after the book club meeting finished. He told me funny stories. He made me laugh a lot. It felt easy to talk to him. Then he asked me, "Would you like to have dinner with me next Friday?" I said yes very quickly. I was so excited. It was my first date, a real date in a very long time. So, when Carla called me and asked about Friday, I stopped for a moment. Friday," I said slowly. Carla sounded happy. "Yes, Friday. Are you free? Leo and Lily would love to see you. We want to go to a new restaurant downtown. It would be perfect." She was already planning. I took a deep breath. I knew I had to say no. I had my special plan. "Actually, Carla," I said, "I think I have plans on Friday night." I tried to sound calm. I did not want to tell her about Nick. It felt like my private business. I knew she would ask many questions. Maybe she would even make a joke about me having a date. Carla's voice changed right away. It was not happy anymore. "Plans? What plans, Mia?" she asked. She sounded surprised, maybe even a little angry. "You never have plans on a Friday night." It felt like she was telling me I was wrong. "Well, this Friday I do," I said again. I wanted to be strong. Then I heard another voice. It was Jessica. She was listening too. Her voice was soft, but it made me feel bad. "Oh, Mia, we were really hoping you could help," she said. "It's for our anniversary celebration. It's a little late, but we bought special tickets for a show after dinner. You wouldn't want us to miss our anniversary night, right?" Their anniversary? They did not tell me about this before. I felt a little bad thinking about them missing their special night. But also, I felt a little suspicious. They always had a very good reason why I had to be the one to help. It felt like a story to make me feel guilty. "I am sorry," I said again. "I really cannot this Friday. I already said yes to other plans. Maybe I can help another night." There was a silence on the phone. It felt long. Then Carla spoke. Her voice was cold. "Fine," she said. "We will try to find someone else, I guess." She sounded very unhappy. She hung up the phone without saying goodbye properly. I stood there with the phone in my hand. I felt bad for making them unhappy, but I also felt a little proud of myself. I had said no. I had protected my plan. My special Friday, my date with Nick, was safe. I started to smile a little. Now I could think about what I would wear. I felt excited again. It was my time, my plan, and I said yes to myself. 3. A surprise visit. Friday finally came. I felt very happy and a little nervous. It was the day of my date with Nick. I cleaned my small apartment. I wanted it to look nice. I chose a pretty blue dress to wear. I put on some makeup. Nick was coming to my place at 7 o'clock. We planned to go to a nice Italian restaurant he knew. I looked at the clock. It was 6:30. I was ready. I just needed to wait for Nick to arrive. Suddenly, my doorbell rang. My heart beat faster. Was Nick early? That would be a nice surprise. I walked quickly to the door and opened it. It was not Nick. It was Carla and Jessica. Their 2 children, Leo and Lily, were with them. Leo was holding a small toy car in his hand. Lily looked sleepy in Jessica's arms. "Mia, oh, thank goodness you are here," Carla said quickly. She sounded like she could not breathe well. "We have a big problem." "An emergency." Jessica nodded her head fast. Yes, a very big work emergency for Carla. She must go to her office now, and I must go with her. We cannot leave the children alone. I felt very surprised. A work emergency? Now, on Friday night? "Yes, it is terrible timing, we know," Carla said. She walked past me into my living room without waiting for an answer. Leo ran inside after her. Jessica put Lily down on my sofa. Lily started to cry a little bit, rubbing her eyes. "We tried to call our normal babysitter," Carla said. She had a strange, fake smile on her face. "But she was busy. Then we thought, Mia, she always helps us. But I told you I have plans tonight," I said. My voice was not strong. The happy feeling about my date went away very fast. A bad, angry feeling came instead. "Oh, Mia, dear, this is a real emergency," Jessica said. She touched my arm gently. "Your plans can wait, right? This is important. We are like family." I wanted to say more, to say no loudly and clearly. But Carla took her bag very fast, ready to leave. "We must go. The children ate already. Their pajamas are in this bag here. We will come back later tonight. Thank you, Mia. You are the best. You are a lifesaver." And then they were gone, quick like that. They closed the door behind them, and I heard their footsteps going down the stairs. I stood alone in my living room. My pretty blue dress felt silly now. Leo was looking at my bookshelf, touching the books. Lily was crying loudly on the sofa. My date with Nick was in less than 30 minutes. They had come like an attack. They had broken my special Friday night. They had ambushed me. I felt so angry. I wanted to shout very loud, but no sound came out. 4, the doorbell rings. Mia looked at Leo and Lily. Lily was crying loudly now. My living room was not quiet and tidy anymore. It felt full and messy. What was I going to do? My first thought was Nick. I needed to call him quickly. I had to cancel our date. I felt a wave of disappointment. How could I tell him? How could I explain this strange situation? Sorry, I can't come. My friends left their children here. It sounded terrible. I picked up Lily. She was small and warm in my arms. Her small body shook with sobs. I gently rocked her. "SHHH, SHHH," I said softly. I looked at Leo. He was standing near my legs, watching Lily. He looked a little scared. My mind was working very fast. Why did Carla and Jessica do this? A work emergency on a Friday night? It did not feel true. It felt like a plan, a bad plan. I found my phone. My hand was shaking a little. I looked for Nick's name to call him. Just as I was about to press the button, my phone made a sound. A text message. It was from Nick. The message said, "Hi Mia, just parking my car. Will be at your door in 2 minutes." So excited. 2 minutes, only 2 minutes. My eyes went wide. There was no time to call him. No time to explain everything before he arrived. No time to make things look better. A big wave of panic came over me. He would see everything. He would see the children. He would see the mess. What would he think? He would think my life was crazy. He would think I was not ready for a date. This was a disaster. My perfect first date was gone. The doorbell rang. It was him. He was here. I took a very deep breath. Lily was quiet now, just sniffing a little in my arms. Leo was hiding completely behind my legs. I could feel him there. This was the moment. I opened the door. Nick was standing there. He was smiling. He had flowers in his hand, beautiful yellow tulips. He looked even nicer than I remembered. "Hi, Mia, you look." His smile stayed, but his eyes changed. He saw me holding Lily. He saw Leo behind my legs. His look of happy expectation changed to surprise. "Nick," I said. My voice was a little shaky. "Hi, welcome to, well, this." I made a small movement with my free hand, showing the children and the room. My evening took an unexpected turn. I thought he would look unhappy, or maybe confused and wanting to leave quickly. I would understand if he did, but he did not. He looked at me, then at the children again. Then a small, kind smile came back to his face. "An unexpected turn," he repeated softly. His voice was gentle. "It looks like you have a couple of extra party guests." He did not sound angry. He sounded kind and a little amused. It was not how I thought the start of our first date would be. 5, pizza and kids. My face felt very hot. I felt embarrassed. I told Nick about my friends. I said they had an emergency. I made my fingers look like quote marks when I said it. I told him I was very sorry. I said this was not the date I wanted. Nick came inside. He closed the door. He put the pretty yellow flowers on a small table. He said, "Hey, it's okay." His voice was soft. "Things happen." He looked at Leo and Lily. "They are cute kids," he said. He looked at Leo. "Hi," he said. "I'm Nick. What's your name?" Leo told him his name. Then Nick asked about Lily. I told him she was 2 years old. Nick smiled at them. "So, Mia," he said, "our nice restaurant might be hard now. How about we order a pizza? My treat, we can have a party here." I was very surprised. I asked him if he really didn't mind. He said, "Not at all. I like pizza, and I like kids." So our date changed. It became a pizza party in my living room. Nick was great with Leo and Lily. He played with Leo's small cars. He made funny faces for Lily. She started to laugh. He was very patient. While we waited for the pizza, we talked. Nick told me about his family. I told him about my job. It was easy to talk, even with the children there. I watched Nick with them. He was so kind and good. I liked him more and more. He was a truly good person. When the pizza came, we sat on the floor to eat. Leo asked Nick many questions. Nick answered them all. Later, I tried to get Lily to sleep. Nick read a story to Leo. His voice was calm. This was not the date I planned, but seeing Nick with the children, so natural and kind, made me feel very warm inside. I felt a connection with him. This strange evening with the children here was actually becoming nice. It was different, but it felt good. 6. The friends return. It was almost 11 o'clock when Carla and Jessica finally came back. Lily was asleep in my spare room in a small bed I made with cushions. Leo had fallen asleep on the sofa. He was watching cartoons with Nick. Nick and I were sitting, talking quietly. We were sharing a cup of tea. It felt surprisingly comfortable and calm. Then we heard keys in the door. We heard laughter. Carla and Jessica walked in. They looked very refreshed and happy. Carla wore a new scarf. Jessica's hair looked perfectly done. They did not look like they had been at a stressful work emergency. They smelled softly of perfume and wine. "Mia, we're back," Carla called out. Then she stopped quickly. She saw Nick sitting on my sofa. Jessica stopped behind her. "Oh," Carla said, her voice changed. "You have company." Jessica just looked at Nick, then at me. The room became quiet. It felt awkward. Nick stood up. He was polite. "Hello," he said. "I'm Nick." Suddenly, all the anger I felt all evening came up inside me. Carla and Jessica looked surprised. Their lie was clear. They had not respected me or my plans. Nick was there, calm and supportive. This gave me strength. "Yes, this is Nick," I said. My voice was stronger than I thought. We had a date tonight, a date you knew I had, a date you ruined because of your emergency. Carla looked nervous. Mia, it was a real emergency. We wouldn't just. A real emergency that needed new scarves and a visit to the hairdresser, I asked. My voice was sharp. You lied to me. You left your children here knowing I had important plans. You didn't even ask correctly. You just thought I would stop everything for you like I always do. Mia, you are thinking too much, Jessica said. She tried to sound calm, but her eyes looked angry. We needed help. Friends help each other. Friends respect each other. I said back quickly. The words I had thought many times came out. I am tired of you taking me for granted. I have a life too. You chose to have children. It is your job to find someone to watch them. It is not my job just because I am single and you think I have the time. This is not friendship. This is you using me. Carla looked shocked. Jessica's face turned red. How dare you? After all we do for you, Carla said loudly. Do for me? I asked. My voice was louder. What exactly do you do for me, except ask for free babysitting and complain about your difficult life? The room felt tense. Leo moved a little on the sofa. Our loud voices woke him a little. This was happening. The difficult talk I had avoided for a long time was finally starting. 7, saying no. Leo moved a little on the sofa but stayed asleep. The feeling in the room was very strong, like a storm waiting. Carla looked at Nick, then back at me. Her eyes were not friendly. So, this is the problem, she asked. You are embarrassed because your new friend saw you with children. This is not about Nick being here, I said. My voice shook a little because I felt strong emotions. This is about you never respecting my time. Nick was very good tonight. He helped me more than you have helped me as friends for many months. He understood there were children here. What he and I do not understand is why my friends would not be honest and try to trick me. Jessica took a step closer. Mia, we said we were sorry about the time, but family, and we think of you like family, should understand and help. Family does not use family like a free worker, I answered. I stood up straighter. Nick put his hand gently on my arm. It was a small thing, but it helped me feel strong. It helped me say what I needed to say. I cannot do this anymore, I said. My voice was strong and clear now. This friendship, if that is what it is, feels wrong. It is only one way. I need friends who respect me. Friends who think my time is important. Friends who do not just see me as someone to watch their children for free. Carla made a noise. Are you saying you do not want to be friends now? I am saying, I explained, trying to stay calm, that if you cannot understand how you have hurt me and how unfair you have been, and if things do not change a lot, then yes. I do not think this friendship can be friends anymore. I am worth more than this. Carla and Jessica looked at each other. For a second, I thought I saw a little bit of feeling bad in Jessica's eyes. But then it was gone. Carla just looked very angry. "Fine," Carla said. Her voice was cold. "If that is how you feel, we will take our children and leave." They woke Leo. He was confused and sleepy. Jessica picked up Lily and she started to cry quietly. They did not say sorry again. They did not try to understand. They took their bag of clothes and left. The door closed loudly behind them. My apartment was very quiet now. I let out a long breath. My eyes felt wet. I felt angry, sad, because the friendship was ending, but also happy and strong. It was a mix of feelings. Nick turned to me. "Are you okay?" he asked softly. I nodded. A tear came down my face. "I think so," I whispered. "It was very hard. But I think it was important." He carefully wiped the tear with his finger. "You were very brave," he said. "You spoke up for yourself. That is a good thing." He gave me a small smile that helped me feel better. Then he put his arms around me. I felt safe and understood. Maybe this evening was not a complete disaster after all. 8. A happy change. Many weeks went by. Carla and Jessica did not call me. They did not text me. I saw Jessica one time at the store. She saw me and quickly walked away. It was clear our friendship was over. It felt a little strange at first. There was a space in my life. But soon, this space felt good. I felt very light and free. I had more time for myself. I could do my hobbies when I wanted. I went to my book club. I went to my art class. I felt happier. I knew that their calls and requests made me feel stressed. I did not miss the problems or feeling guilty. My life was my own again. It felt good to have my time. And then there was Nick. After that first night with the kids, he called me the next day. We met for coffee. We talked for many hours. He said he thought I was strong. He said he saw kindness in me. I liked him very much. We started to date properly. We went to the nice restaurant. It was a wonderful night. We went for walks in the park. We watched movies at my apartment and at his. We laughed a lot. Nick is kind, funny, and smart. He understood everything about that night with Carla and Jessica. He never made me feel bad about it. He just supported me. Our relationship grew stronger. That first strange night showed me what kind of person he is. He is a good person. He is everything I hoped for. Sometimes I thought about Carla and Jessica. I felt a little sad that our friendship ended. but I knew I did the right thing. I knew I deserved respect. I deserved to have my own life and my own time. I learned that saying no to people who do not appreciate you can bring happiness. I was not the free babysitter anymore. I lost 2 friends, but they were not really good friends for me in the end. I found myself, and I found Nick. My life felt very good. It felt bright and full of possibilities. I was truly happy.